Thai is a tonal language, meaning that the tone in which a word is spoken can change its meaning. In texting or social media comments, you may have noticed that some words are written differently than how they are correctly written in formal Thai, which is also probably how you've learned. Though this video is made to help Thai learners who can already read Thai script, anyone who cannot read or is still learning is more than welcome to watch this video. You might learn a thing or two.
ถึงออฟฟิศยังเขาเบื่อมากกินแซนด์วิชที่เขาทำให้หมดด้วยนะ
โอเคแล้วทำงานก่อนนะ
พี่จูดี้เวอร์มากสอนเป็น AE หรือสอนเป็นคนใช้คือต้องดูแลทุกอย่าง
We're going to be reading a text message from the trainee, or in Thai, ฝึกงานเทอมนี้รักพี่ได้ไหม Episode 3. Now let's look at the breakdown.
ถึงออฟฟิศยังเขาเบื่อมาก
ถึง arrive, office. Let's talk about the word office. Office comes from the English word office, but in Thai accent we pronounce this word as office with a D at the end. That's because we don't have C or S sound at the end of a word. So any English word or any foreign word that has S or C sound at the end, we pronounce it with a D. Yang is a question word. Yang comes from the word หรือยัง but sometimes we're lazy, so we just say yang. So to form a question, you would put the action and then followed by yang or หรือยัง This means, have you done something? From this text in this scene, ถึงออฟฟิศยัง เขา first pronoun I.But let's talk about this. Kao is the same word as kao, which is second person pronoun he, she. But these days, it's also first person pronoun I, which is common between couples, especially female speaker. So you're probably wondering, well, why the different spelling? That's because in daily conversation, sometimes we pronounce the tone different than how it's written. So if you've been learning how to read and write Thai, you're going to be introduced to the correct writing using kho khai. This is pronounced rising tone, khao, and that's exactly how I teach my students too. But when I speak, I use high tone, khao, and this is how I spell when I text my friends or family. Bua, bored. Mak, so or very. In her text, she types a bunch of gokai at the end. It's like in English when we want to emphasize so or very, we would type several O's or several Y's in our text, right? But of course, the correct spelling should be only one gokai.
กินแซนด์วิชที่เขาทำให้หมดด้วยนะ
Gin, eat. Sandwich. This is just like the word office or office that I explained earlier. We don't have CH at the end, so this word turns into a D sound. Tea, that. And we have the word kao again, which means I. ทำให้ make. หมด finish. ด้วย to. Na is a particle at the end to soften the sentence or the phrase. This has several meanings, and one of them is okay.
โอเคแล้วทำงานก่อนนะ
And of course, we use the English word okay, but our pronunciation is okay. Rao is pronoun we or us, but it can also mean I. ทำงาน work. Gone, now. Here's the same particle na that we saw earlier, and I translated previously as okay. It can also mean alright.
พี่จูดี้เวอร์มาก
This is an acronym, พอจอดอ which we're going to talk about. พอพานจอจานดอเด็ก or พอจอดอ what does it mean? Well, it means that Bami, who is texting, is just lazy or just trying to save time by using only 3 letters. But the first letter, พอพาน comes from the word P. The second and third letter comes from the name Judy. Let's be more familiar with the word P. P means older sibling, older brother, older sister. But you can also address your friend who is older as P because we treat our friends like family. And to be specific, you want to say P and then followed by their name. For example, P. Judy. The other thing I want to point out is in the sub, a lot of times, even though the characters address somebody older as P, you won't see the word P translated in the subtitle. Instead, you will only see the name, like in this case, Judy, or sometimes you'll see the letter P apostrophe. Were, dramatic, overreacting. Were or were with รอเรือกะลัน, pronounced the same way. Comes from the English word over. In Thai accent, over, or just simply were. Of course, it means over, exaggerating, or extremely. Here we have the word มาก again.
สอนเป็น AE หรือสอนเป็นคนใช้
สอน teach or train. เป็น to be. AE account executive. หรือ or. Again, สอน teach or train. And เป็น to be. คนใช้ servant, maid.
คือต้องดูแลทุกอย่าง
คือ that is ต้อง need or have to ดูแล take care ทุกอย่าง everything. And finally, she sends him a sticker that reads หงุดหงิดแล้วนะ หงุดหงิด frustrate or annoy. แล้ว acts like ed in English. So frustrate becomes frustrated and annoy becomes annoyed. Here we have the particle na again, but this time it means, you know. I highly recommend you texting your Thai friends in Thai if you have any, or writing something on your social media even though it might take forever. Or start by just reading social media posts if you're not ready to say something. Also, feel free to comment on my videos in Thai or follow me on Instagram where I try to post pictures of my trip back to Thailand.